What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video, and I'm here to tell you, Caitlin Clark agent looked like she might have betrayed her, bruh. For this one here, we got to go all the way up to Indy. Let's get it. Let's go. So we all know Caitlin Clark agent has been in the headlines after a new article was released from ESPN, basically stating that the young athlete kind of helped contribute to the big boom, but then again, she didn't. It's just all over the place. But I'm here to tell you, footage has emerged from the sit down that none other than Aaron Kane had with ESPN. Now, once again, Caitlin Clark agent is in serious hot water with the fan base. Guys, we finna react to this interview, and it is a long one. I'm done talking. Let's roll the footage.
Really exciting time with so much great stuff going on.
You're an insider. What do you think is driving the momentum right now?
You have almost 30 years now of kind of building infrastructure, continued investment over time by the NBA and others. And then you had last year where you had Caitlin Clark. Like, we had glowing embers from Sabrina and all the players that came before. Arike and those two buzzer beaters she hit in 2018. Sedona Prince talking about, being able to use the disparity between the men's and the women's Final Four. And then obviously the women finally being able to use the marks and March Madness itself. And then you had Caitlin come through and she was just like gasoline on those embers. And so it has just exploded. The rivalries are incredible. The basketball itself is a ton of fun to watch. It's just, it's an awesome moment.
You live this industry every day. It feels like it's been a record year, and I can't even say it feels. It was a record year for women's sports last year. It's likely going to be another one this year. What's driving all this? Why now?
Look, you've got years and years of kind of built up infrastructure. I mean, you really can go back to Title IX being passed and then what that sort of allowed for women's sports. Certainly in basketball, you have the WNBA that's approaching 30 years old. So 30 years of continued investment and honestly, amazing quality of play. Like, none of this would exist without the talent and the hard work of the players and their persistence and perseverance over many, many years. So you've got all of that. And then just this last college season, you had Caitlin Clark really come through, and she was like gasoline on those embers that were already sort of in place, and it just took off.
Like, do you feel like this era or this growth is sustainable, and why?
I do. I mean, I think the conversation for me really changed. You started hearing, and not just hearing, I know I was one of the voices saying, like, women's sports is almost a distressed asset, right? Like, it's this undervalued asset. It just takes the right person to come in and recognize it for what it is. And, the men's sports landscape is incredibly saturated. So if you're looking for something that's new and fresh and where you can put your money in and get that return on it, women's sports seemed like such
that Caitlin was responsible for almost 27% of the W's league-wide economic activity for the 2024 season, including ticket sales, merchandise, television. Her economic impact on the city of Indianapolis alone is upwards of $36 million. And just to contrast that, when the All-Star game, NBA All-Star game was in Indy, it was $400 million, right? But like, we're talking about one player.
Yep.
What's your reaction to hearing that?
I'm not surprised to hear that. I mean, her impact is undeniable. And, I feel like we see that every day globally. I mean, the level of interest and kind of growth, and it's really amazing and it's really special. And it's been phenomenal for the entire league. And I think that's the most important thing. We're talking about a very specific snapshot and moment in time in a way, the statistics that you just gave me. But the tail on that is the media rights deal, the CBA negotiation, all of these things that benefit the entire player body and future players. So for me, the most important thing always has been getting the WNBA players, women's professional basketball players, paid for what they do on the court. I mean, we can talk about how they're incredible at their social media and marketing themselves, and they're engaged and they do a phenomenal job for brands. But the reality is that the goal is always that none of it is anything without how they play their sport, the main thing. So how do we get them paid appropriately for that? And so that's the big impact.
WNBA, what she's really worth to that league.
Can I punt on that? Will Caitlin ever be paid by the WNBA, which she's really worth to that league? I don't think that's.
She didn't even want to answer the question. This is Caitlin Clark, agent. You have to answer questions like that.
Possible. I just don't think that's possible. It won't. I got to think about a different way to answer that question.
She got charters. So that
Um,
that was a lot of money.
Caitlin, what I can say about Caitlin being compensated by the WNBA is that she's part of a larger player body. They all need to be paid more. She should be recognized for what she has done and what she's brought to the league from an economic standpoint. I mean, it's as simple as that. And I'm very, very hopeful for the CBA negotiation that it will be progressive and move the line forward a lot.
So that was Caitlin Clark, agent, speaking about the entire situation with her pay. That interview right there is going to do numbers, man. You guys can watch the full thing in its entirety on ESPN YouTube channel. But guys, get down in the comment section right now. Let me know y'all thoughts about this. Keep them bells on because you know I'm coming right back with another one. Like always, until next time, shake the haters off. I'm out of here. Peace out.